Be able to show you the whole ship, but since things are kind of calm right now because most people are still out on excursions, we could probably just see a few things like this is wasabi, this all-you-can-eat sushi, and this is the raw bar. I think that's kind of self-explanatory. Basically all kinds of raw clams, oysters, and so forth and so on. This is the marketplace area. They usually have all kinds of stuff on all these tables, things to sell, watches and various things. As you can see, there's liquor and such as well. Coming up on the ship's photo gallery, this is where all of the photos and such that you have taken or they've taken of you are in here. I actually don't think that Cynthia and I have taken any pictures, but basically based on your card, every room key has a photo gallery code. So I would have to go to section 09 and would be in the binder 211. So actually not been down here, but let's see, 04, 01, 06, let's see, 07, that's 15, 08, let's see, 13, 19, 18, 12, 09, and what did I say, 211? 211. So yeah, so if we had anything, it would be in the binder marked 211. So that's that. So that's the photo gallery. Also, there's an amazing jewelry store here, and they sell all types of designer glasses, and again, like right here, they sometimes have tastings and things of that nature, so it's actually quite neat. And right now I am midship, and Cynthia and I actually have reservations tonight at Cagney's Steakhouse. And Cagney's is very serious about steak. So I'm gonna peek in just to see, but it's very nice, very posh. It's pretty expansive. So there's two steakhouses. There's Cagney's and there is Moderno's. And Moderno's is a Brazilian. That's on that side over there. It's a Brazilian steakhouse, so they have the gauchos who come and carve right at your table. Oh, let's see. All right, I can actually move out to the waterfront. Should be able to do that from here. So every restaurant on this ship has what they have call a waterfront location. So here's the waterfront. Oh, my glasses are fogging up. Waterfront location for the Brazilian steakhouse. We are actually currently still in Cozumel, Mexico. So I'm gonna just turn this camera around for a second and you can see how beautiful it is. We got the MSC ship here right next to us. They're actually loading people now. If you look down the gangway, as I turn the camera around, you'll see some people with luggage and such. They're actually just checking into their ship, and their cruise will start shortly, in a couple hours, no doubt. But take a look at beautiful Cozumel. See how clear the water is. It's pretty amazing, and there are a ton of fish. Tons of fish in the water. But as you can see, it's very beautiful. Gonna move around to the back of the ship, but yeah, there's the MSC. I forget the names, like MSC in Arizona or something like that, but we can actually see that our ship is much larger than that one. So, here we go. Move to the back of the boat. I'm actually on deck 8, and there are 8 more decks, or 8 more levels to this ship. Pretty neat on deck 8 is these little portals you can stand, because these actually are hanging on the outside of the ship, so you can actually kind of see the water below you. I don't know how well you could see that, but it's pretty neat. And here we go to the back of the boat. Sometimes they have a thing up so you can't actually travel all the way around, but it's actually off right now, so I'm going to show you what the view is while we are docked. And as you can see, the in the distance there is the Carnival Breeze, and that's docked at another port. But I believe when we went on Carnival last year, that was the port that we were docked at, and unfortunately it was also quite a bad experience. Docking here was a bit more pleasant, and we actually did another video where we spoke about how easy it was to maneuver at this dock. So I will say that based on the experience here locally, it was far better on the Norwegian cruise to come in to this particular port as opposed to the one that we did last year on Carnival. It was not a good experience at all, and kind of put a bad taste in our mouths for Carnival, or I shouldn't say Carnival, but for Cozumel. So this was definitely a much better experience, and I'm just going to show you once again. Very nice port. I didn't bring the camera in with me today. Cynthia and I kind of just took an opportunity to, you know, we had already been to Cozumel kind of thing, so we just wanted to just kind of walk around and just see, because we wanted to actually spend a day on the ship. And I will say this, we had an amazing lunch at Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville here on the ship, and absolutely probably the best lunch we've had. And the problem there is that they're only open from noon to 5 every day, and it is considered a semi-specialty restaurant. But for basically $15 each, we got a 3-course meal, and the food was amazing. Fantastic burger. The grilled fish sandwich that Cynthia had was phenomenal. I had a lime cilantro coleslaw that was quite delicious. I hope that the camera is picking up how beautiful the water is. You can see how blue, and there's blues and greens as well in the water. But beautiful, beautiful day in Cozumel, Mexico today. And again, I'm on the other side of the waterfront, and so we went out of the the Moderno Brazilian steakhouse side, and now we're actually coming up on Cagney's side for the waterfront. So as you can see here again, it's outdoor seating for the restaurant. I'm also coming up some people, you can just kind of lounge on this deck as well. As you can see. And again, it's much more pleasant right now because most people are actually still out on excursions here in Cozumel. So we can kind of freely roam around the ship, and you know, there's movement's pretty good on most days. What I find is that the hardest part is the first day when everybody kind of congregates in one place for the safety muster. But after that, even with 4,000 people on the ship, it's actually pretty easy to move around. That sugarcane mojito bar here. Had a little bit of a thunderstorm come through earlier today, but as in most tropical situations, it's only temporary. And again, I'm kind of coming up on midship. This is La Cucina. It's an Italian restaurant here on the ship. We actually didn't get a chance to eat here. Truth is, I really didn't have a desire to eat here. There's a couple restaurants on the ship that historically with Norwegian, a couple restaurants weren't really interested in, but we actually are going to try the French restaurant on tomorrow night, and that's actually coming to us kind of complimentary from Norwegian due to a mix-up on our way here. And hello. And so this is the front of the ship, but as you can see, I can't move any further here, so I'm gonna go in. It's nice and air conditioned. Hello. So I'm still on the 8th floor, basically back on the opposite side from when we started. This is the interior. You can see La Cucina just off to the right. And I think I'm going to conclude. You can kind of see down the hall, that's where the room's on the 8th floor here, going toward the front of the ship. Oh, I do want to point out one thing that's kind of neat. Hopefully you can see it on the carpet. Little images of fish, and that's how you know the front of the ship, because the fish always swim forward.